Intern.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Take
have,
two, Mark.
you have my sympathies. Let me introduce Philip K. Dick, who has passed away a number of years ago. But you will know his work. He wrote the book that Blade Runner was based on. He also wrote Total Recall, amongst many others, but he had a bank of beautiful short stories. And the fine people at Amazon and Channel 4 in the UK got together, banged their heads together and came up with 10 gorgeous stories. 5 shot in the US, 5 shot in the UK. And these lovely people included one man you may know called Bryan Cranston, Mr. Breaking Bad himself, Mr. Malcolm in the Middle. He's one of the producers on the show. And he saw fit in his madness to have me in the one episode that he is doing. The episode is called Human Is, and we have the gorgeous Essie Davis. The main thing in this is the relationship between Bryan Cranston and Essie Davis. Bryan and Essie both work for me. I'm a General Olin, who's he's kind of a good guy, but he's a bit of a powerful character. And it is this futuristic tale of what it means to be human, which is one of Philip K. Dick's extraordinary talents. People use the well-worn cliched phrase of dystopian future. I don't think many people are using a phrase that I possibly would use now, which is dystopian present. It's getting kind of ugly at the moment. I mean, people are being polarised. There seems to be a lack of a centre ground anymore. It's a disease that seems to be growing right around the world. And the first thing that happens is people tend to, if you'll excuse the expression, build walls, either around themselves or around their countries or around their thinking. One of the best moments in cinema I ever had was the first showing of Total Recall, the original one with Schwarzenegger, and I'll never forget it. I was on the front row of the cinema with this band of this one. Arnie was at the height of his powers, and I remember that when the music started, these huge kettle drums, and it was Andrew Vanya and Mario Kassar, and it was like the old Superman titles. They came from the back, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger's name came up. Present Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've never seen so many boxes of popcorn screaming at the screen, the whole lot. And I looked around, I nearly collapsed, I nearly pissed myself laughing. There was just, and everybody went over the top, and it was the beginning of Total Recall. It was one of the moments where I just kind of went, man, cinema is a wonderful thing, this collective thing in this room. So Mr. Philip K. Dick has given me enormous pleasure over the years. There's an old cliche that artists have an obligation to hold a mirror up to society. And I love the idea of setting up these, or being involved, which shows that kind of create a world that doesn't exist. For instance, with the other show that you may have heard of, Game of Thrones, we have dragons and shadow babies and all sorts of strange and weird and night kings and just strange stuff. But it is a world that we inhabit as real as possible. We try to make it as real as possible, and that particular show is about these huge, almost Shakespearean ideas of power. And then something like the Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams is about something that's near and dear to us all, and that is, what does it mean for us to be human? So to use that world to show those kind of stories, I think, is incredibly important, and I think with the popularity of those, it's something that people crave for.